Welcome to the College Football Playoff National Championship. Today, the Don Bosco Dons and the Georgia Bulldogs meet up at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, with a national title on the line. The 14-1 Don Bosco Dons and the 14-2 Georgia Bulldogs both started this on their home field in the first round of the CFP. The Bulldogs got past Florida State 33-24, while Don Bosco won a shootout over UCF 48-35. In the quarterfinal round in the Cotton Bowl, Georgia blasted Utah 52-13 without breaking a sweat, while Don Bosco, with a bit of an asterisk next to it, let's not forget, beat Starmont 35-34 in a game that came down to the very end. In their semifinals last week, in the Rose Bowl, Don Bosco crushed Auburn 33-3, while it was Georgia getting past SMU 35-21 in the Sugar Bowl. Comfortable win for the Bulldogs, sends them to Inglewood. The Dons been out in California for a couple of weeks now. They're ready. Georgia's ready. And this one is, of course, for all the marbles. The winner claims the national championship, and for Don Bosco, it'd be the first national championship in program history. And let's go ahead and get out to the field and see what happens in this huge matchup, the national title on the line right now. And there is the ultimate prize, the College Football Playoff National Championship trophy. And right there is a team that is no stranger to that honor. The Georgia Bulldogs had a phenomenal season, dropped only 2 games, including the SEC Championship, but they are familiar with this stage and they are ready to go. Here at SoFi Stadium, there are the Don Bosco Dons. It's a second straight trip to the national championship for Don Bosco, and this time they're trying to win the whole thing. They fell in overtime to Starmont last year. This year they're trying to rewrite history and claim the school's first national championship. Don Bosco in Georgia, set to go here in California. Randy Kelly to deliver the opening kickoff. It goes very deep into the end zone. And special for this national championship game, I'm going to do something I've never done on this series. I'm going to show every play of this football game. That's going to start right now as Gunnar Stockton leads the Georgia Bulldogs onto the field. And here comes Georgia, the red-clad Bulldogs with their red helmets and silver pants, Don Bosco in their blue pants that they wear for every postseason football game. It's a quick swing pass out to the right. Catch is made, and Danny Powers is going to get there to make the stop. Gain of 8 for Georgia. Branson Robinson on the reception, as it's going to be 2nd down and 2. The Dons switch their defense last second. Stockton stands in the gun. It's going to be an option play. Fakes the pitch, breaks a tackle, and looks like Weston lost his footing there. He does end up making the tackle, but Gunnar Stockton fakes the pitch and picks up the first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from their own 39-yard line here, a minute gone in the opening quarter of the national championship game here at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Man in motion for the Bulldogs. Stockton takes the snap. Play action pass. Clean pocket, gets rid of it over to the receiver, and the stop is going to be made. Shaq Strong and David Batista get in there as Branson Robinson on the reception that time. Gain of 3 brings up 2nd down and 7 for Georgia. The Bulldogs ranked 5th in the country. It's a give to Robinson again. Jamron Weston and Duncan Stockton get in for the stop. Weston's had a nice season as that outside linebacker. So 3rd and 7 here. Big opportunity for the Dons to get off the field here as Georgia looks to convert. Clean pocket, deep shot, way down the field. Batista got absolutely cooked, and that is a gift for Don Bosco as the redshirt freshman corner, David Batista, got burned big time, but it's overthrown incomplete. A missed flag on Georgia as there's 2 number 17s on the field, if we want to get technical about it. Jerron Sunday, the returner there, he is going to be taken down at the 20. It's the same as a touchback. And here comes the Don Bosco offense. And there you see number 6, Zion Haywood, who just ran past the camera. That's your man to watch. He was the runner-up for the Heisman Trophy this season, and he is a special running back. Likely going to be a first-round selection in the upcoming NFL Draft. They go to him on the first play from scrimmage. It's a pickup of 6 as he lowered his shoulder and knocked a man to the ground. It's going to be 2nd and 4 from their own 26 for Don Bosco. Now it's another give to Haywood, trying to get outside. Not a whole lot going there. No gain that time, as that's going to bring up an early 3rd down for the Dons. 3rd and 4 from their own 27, and Taven Jackson goes by himself in the gun. A lot of pressure coming. Swing pass out to the big tight end, Kenyon Wesley, and it is caught. Wesley, a converted offensive lineman, that's where he started his career, and he's turned into a really nice tight end for the Dons. Here's a give to Zion Haywood. He's got a little bit of room there. Good running. Gets another 6 yards. Not a bad start here for Haywood. Hasn't had that explosive run yet that he's famous for, but gets a nice pick up there. Second and manageable here. 2nd and 4. Haywood's going to go in motion. It's a swing pass out there to him, and he's going to have the first down and gets a little bit more up to the 44-yard line. And Haywood is also a threat in the running game. There's no question about that. He is a football player, plain and simple. 1st and 10. It's a read option, but the read was not made correctly there. Taven Jackson made the wrong decision, kept it, should have given it to Sunday, and that's going to be a loss of 3. So now the Dons facing their first real adversity of the game. 2nd and 13 from their own 41. It's going to be a flake pop pass. A lot of trouble here as Jackson nearly went down for a sack, got rid of the ball, but couldn't get it anywhere near a receiver. It's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and 13 here for Don Bosco as they look to move the chains here on 3rd and long. Jackson, deep shot, has Michael Hilton. It's caught, and he's going to be taken down all the way down to the 20. That is a huge pickup for the Dons. Hilton just beat his man on that 1v1 route. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Dons from the plus 20-yard line. Don Bosco looking to strike first here. The give is to Haywood. Has a little bit of room, but is taken down quickly by the Bulldogs. Just 2 yards picked up there. As it'll be 2nd down and 8. The Bulldogs showing some pressure here. Looks like they're adjusting the play at the line. Jackson in the gun. Gets it across the middle. That's the tight end again, Kenyon Wesley. The catch is made, but he only gained 3 on 2nd and 4. So it is going to be 3rd and a yard. 3rd down and 1 from the 11. The Dons trying to set up 1st and goal. A lot of pressure being shown by the Bulldogs, and they will get the stop. Zion Haywood taken down for a loss of 2, and on comes Randy Kelly to try a 30-yard field goal to try to get the Dons on the board. Kick is up, and it is good. So Don Bosco strikes first, but not the result they wanted. They were certainly hoping for a touchdown there, getting all the way down to the 11-yard line. But they will settle for 3 as they lead 3-0 here over Georgia. And now they'll send the defense back out to go to work. Randy Kelly, the sophomore out of Mississippi, of course, an exceptional leg, as just like he does pretty much every kickoff, unless there's a stiff wind into his face, sends it way deep into the end zone. That's a touchback, and the Bulldogs will start at their own 25-yard line. Georgia up to the line, 1st and 10 from their own 25. It's going to be a quick pass. Catch is made. David Batista makes the stop right away. But it's a quick gain of 7 on 1st down, so 2nd and 3 coming up for Georgia. They're going with a heavy set here. A couple of tight ends in the formation as Stockton goes under center. It's going to be a give up the middle to Robinson, and the stop is made short of the line to gain. As it's going to be 3rd and a yard. Believe that was Stokes in the stop for Bosco. 3rd and 1 from their own 34. Stockton calling out the signals at the line. Sends a man in motion, a wide receiver, across the quarterback's face. Now he's going to look to throw. Drops back deep in the pocket. Has a receiver way down the field. That's Robinson again. He's got a massive gain. Finally stopped by that is Danny Powers. But a huge gain all the way down to the 26. And that is how we're going to end the first quarter. Don Bosco leads 3-0 over Georgia through 1 quarter of play here in Inglewood. But a huge play for Georgia to end the period as they're trying to strike here and get on the board. Don Bosco and Georgia, of course, going for that national championship as we get set to begin quarter number 2 here at SoFi Stadium. And it's a 1st down for Georgia, 1st and 10 from the Don Bosco 26. Stockton will go under center this time. 1 tight end in the set. It's going to be a play-action pass. Rolling out left. Pass is caught, but a big stick there by Ray Stokes. Just a gain of 1. So 2nd down and 9 upcoming. The Don Bosco defense looking to stiffen up here near the red zone. Stockton trying to get the Bulldogs on the board and take the lead. Some pressure, and he's taken down for a sack. Marcus Kilgo got to him, the National Defensive Player of the Year and the Dick Butkus Award winner for best linebacker in the country. Makes the big sack, and now it's 3rd and long. 3rd down and 16, and now those Bosco pass rushers can really pin their ears back and try to get to Stockton again. 3rd and 16. A lot of pressure coming. Here comes Marcus Kilgo again, and he got there again. 4th and 27, and those plays are huge because now Georgia likely knocked out of field goal range all the way back to the 43. But that does show that they're going to line up and try a field goal. That's at least the initial indication. Don Bosco trying to figure out how to guard this because it's such a long field goal. You wonder if it's going to be something tricky. This is a very long kick, a 60-yarder here from the midfield stripe. This is going to take everything he's got. Kick is up, and it actually might have had the leg. It looks like it did, but it missed wide right. The kick is no good, and not only does that mean the Bulldogs stay off the board, but Don Bosco is going to get the football in exceptional field position, nearly at midfield there at their own 43. So here come the Dons looking to score their first touchdown of the day and extend their 3-0 lead, and Haywood has a big hole, has the first down and more, across the 40, finally dragged down to the 37-yard line, and that's the Zion Haywood the Dons know and love. 1st and 10 from the 37, a big pickup there for Haywood, and they're going to go back to him here on first down, but that time it is snuffed out in a hurry. A big tackle for loss there by Julian Humphrey, a loss of 3. So it's 2nd and 13 now from the 40-yard line as Don Bosco tries to get on the board again. A ton of pressure coming in. A throw looked dangerous for a second, but it's caught by Major, and he's going to go all the way. Touchdown Don. C.J. Major gets the Don Bosco offense into the end zone. A risky pass there by Taven Jackson, but he knew what he was doing as he connects with C.J. Major for the touchdown. And Don Bosco, pending the extra point, is going to take a 10-0 lead here in the second quarter. Kick from Kelly is up and good. And that is a massive, massive play right there as Jackson finds Major for the touchdown and Don Bosco leads Georgia 10-0. And now they'll see if the defense can do it again. Deep kick there by Kelly. It's going to go well into the back of the end zone for a touchback. And again, the Bulldogs will start at their own 25. 3 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Don Bosco leading Georgia 10-0. And now they're going to go under center here as Stockton, as he is going to give it to Robinson, but he's not going to have anywhere to go as looks like Jefferson McGuire was in on the stop alongside Shaq Strong. Gain of 1, so 2nd and 9 upcoming from their own 26. Georgia looking to move the football here. It's another give and another stop there for the Dons. Gain of about 4, as that time it was Jamron Weston who came in to make the tackle. And now another 3rd down. The Dons have gotten the Bulldogs to plenty of 3rd down situations. They'll try to stop them again here. 3rd and 5 from their own 30. It's going to be a play-action pass. Weston on the blitz, and that was a perfectly called play as Jamron Weston was the blitzing linebacker, came in untouched on a play-action pass, and that's a huge play as the Dons are going to get the football back up 10-0. Here not quite halfway through the second quarter. Jerron Sunday again back deep to return the punt. Kick is away. It's going to be fielded just shy of the 40, and a fair catch is called. So Sunday will start. We'll get the Dons the ball at their own 37-yard line. Don Bosco looking to change the play at the line. They're going to flip the formation as it's going to be Major flipping sides left to right. Gilmore and Hilton stay put. A ton of pressure. Almost everybody is blitzing. Jackson gets rid of it, and he's got Lane Gilmore. Only one man to beat. Tried to juke him, couldn't do so. But that's the risk you take when you send that heavy of a blitz like Georgia just did. They sent the house. Almost everybody was rushing the quarterback. Jackson kept his composure and found Lane Gilmore. That's a big-time play. Zion Haywood trying to get outside, but that one's not going to work. It's a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 upcoming as the Dons, after a big play on the previous play, lose a couple there. They are going to go back to Haywood. Of course, it's going to take more than a couple negative plays to lose their trust in Haywood. But that one doesn't really go anywhere either, as it's going to be 3rd down and long. 3rd and 11 for the Dons as they sit at their 32-yard line. They are in field goal range, but of course would like more than that. Jackson trying to get out of the pocket, gets it to Haywood, but he is taken down after just a yard. So not nearly enough for a first down, and Kelly trots back on as he's going to try a 48-yard kick here. Kick is on the way. It is up, and that is perfect. Right down the middle, had all sorts of leg. That is good as Don Bosco extends their lead. They lead Georgia 13-0. And if you're Don Bosco, you can't ask for too much better of a start than this, especially from the defense. The defense has been exceptional with just a couple of plays as the only exceptions. Meanwhile, the Don Bosco offense has done a good job for the most part, gotten stopped in the red zone a couple times, or at least near the red zone. But Randy Kelly has added 6 points with his leg. And, of course, 7 if you count the extra point. 13-0, 3 minutes to go until the break. Closing in on the 2-minute warning here. It's a pop pass for Georgia. Nice spin move there, as that's nearly a first down. Down to the 34-yard line. 2nd and 1 upcoming. Georgia again showing that heavy set with 2 tight ends. 2nd down in the yard from the 34. Stockton goes under center. It's going to be a play-action pass. Gets rid of the football. It's caught, but he goes out of bounds immediately. That's actually a loss of a yard there. So it's going to be 3rd and 2, and that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play until the break. And Don Bosco leads Georgia 13-0 here in the national championship game. 3rd and 2. Stockton gets rid of it. Catch is made. No, they're going to say it's out of bounds, incomplete. So Don Bosco set to get the football back, but hold up a second. They are going to take a look at it as they called for a review from upstairs, and it is overturned as a completed catch. And we will give you an instant replay look at that. As there you see the throw over to the receiver, and as we zoom in on it, it's close, but it does appear that he got perhaps 2, but certainly 1 foot in bounds. So that is the correct call. They got it right up in the booth. It is a completed catch, and it's a first down for Georgia. Georgia trying to score for the first time today. 1st and 10 from their own 43 here. Stockton in the gun. Has pressure. Good blocking. Now he's going to take off. He's going to be close to a first down. In fact, he'll have it as Stokes missed the tackle. Big hit there by Powers, but Gunnar Stockton picks up a big gain there. 22 yards in the scramble, and now the Bulldogs are into Don Bosco territory at the 35. Less than 90 seconds and counting to go until the break. Stockton drops deep into the pocket. Pass is complete. A quick pass to the running back, Robinson, as that will be enough for about 7 yards there, so a pretty good pickup as Georgia's going to use their first timeout. Georgia stops the clock with a little over a minute 17 to go until the break, and Don Bosco leading the Bulldogs here 13-0 as they try to claim their first national title in program history. 2nd and 3 from the 28. Clean pocket, good blocking, and he nearly was sacked there by Kilgo, but he gets out of there and he slides down for a first down up to the 23-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. The clock continues to roll, less than a minute to go until the break. Stockton in the gun, Georgia with 2 timeouts. Bosco has all 3, going end zone, but again it's overthrown. David Batista has been a bit of a liability in this game as he's gotten beat badly twice, but fortunately Stockton has overthrown his target both times, and the Dons got away with one again there. Stockton goes end zone, but Kylan Waters is there. Nice play by him as he knocks it away. And now it's going to be 3rd down. 3rd and 10 from the 23 here for Georgia as they look to continue this drive and try to get a touchdown. Stockton, pressure is there. Timmy Mays gets to him. The redshirt freshman nose guard stops him. And Don Bosco's going to use their first timeout as they'll hope to get more points before the break. So out trots the Georgia kicking team as they will try a field goal. This one going to be about a 45-yarder, not quite dead on. Good snap. Kick is up, and that is nearly perfect. It's good. And Georgia is on the board here shortly before the break. But after that wise use of a timeout, the Don Bosco offense will get one more crack at things before the half. As the kickoff from Georgia goes well into the end zone, Scooby Jones is going to catch that and take a knee. As Don Bosco has 39 seconds and 2 timeouts to try to go 75 yards or get a field goal and at least get 3 more points to make it a 16-3 advantage. Jackson dropping way back in the pocket. He's all the way back at the 5-yard line and finally just gets rid of it. Had nowhere to go back there, was way deep. And now it's going to be 2nd and 10. Jackson with Haywood to his right. Looking downfield, a lot of pressure coming. Jackson gets out of the pocket, tries to get it over to Major, but it's batted down, incomplete. He had it for a second, but could not get it to him. Is this going to be 3rd and 10 from their own 25? And this is where you think, do you run and just try to chew some clock, or do you see what happens in the passing game? Don Bosco up to the line, 3rd down and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Clock is stopped, of course. Both teams with 2 timeouts. Here comes Michael Hilton on the pop pass, makes the catch. Good block there by DeMarcus Gaskins, as that is going to be enough for a first down. Don Bosco moves the chains, and now they're going to hurry up back to the line. A big-time first down conversion there. Jackson stands in the gun. Drops back to throw. No pressure coming. It's a deep pass down the field. Michael Hilton couldn't quite hang on to it. Excellent coverage there by Georgia, as that is going to be an incompletion with 13 ticks remaining until the break. Empty set here for Don Bosco. Jackson dropping back to throw. Trying to get out of the pocket, sends a shot. Zion Haywood makes a phenomenal catch. And with 7 seconds to go until the break, Bosco uses their second timeout. They've got one left and just 7 seconds to go. 37-yard line, so they are within Randy Kelly's field goal range. But they're just going to take this one more shot to see what they can do here on 1st and 10. Pressure comes this time. Going to the end zone, Jackson for Hilton, but it's batted down, incomplete. Fortunately for the Dons with 1 second remaining. So Kelly will trot out there. This is going to be a very long kick, a 54-yarder here from the left hash. Kelly to try it. Kick is up. On the way, it's got all sorts of leg. There is a flag on the play, and the kick is good. But there is a flag, so we'll wait to see what that is. And it's going to be roughing the kicker called against Georgia. We'll see if they just decline it to take the points. They do, and that is the half, as the field goal is good. And at the break, it's 16-3 Don Bosco. Second half now, and Don Bosco gets the football first. Kick by Georgia, goes a couple yards deep into the end zone, and Scooby Jones is not going to take that out. So Bosco football 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Don Bosco with a good lead here, leading 16-3. A touchdown on this possession would be massive, as Zion Haywood gets about 4 on the first carry. See 10 carries for 33 yards for him, so only 3.3 per carry, which is way below his average. But still, that Georgia defense is very good. Now second down. Jackson getting out of the pocket, gets rid of it. Has Michael Hilton for a big gain. Up across midfield. They'll spot him down right at the midfield stripe. That's a big pickup for the Dons, as it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 50. Looks like Jackson changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Georgia stacking the box with nearly 8 in the box. Jackson getting out of the pocket, going to look to take off, and he'll get a few. Gain of 4 up to the 45-yard line. So 2nd down and 6. About a minute and a half gone here in the third quarter. Don Bosco leading Georgia 16-3 with a national title on the line. Here comes Zion Haywood. Good pickup there. It's going to bring up 3rd and short. We'll call that 3rd down and 2. Ball spotted at the 41. So 3rd down, 2 yards to go. They're going to go back to Haywood, and he's going to have the 1st down. Didn't get it by much, but got just enough. That's going to move the chains for the Dons. 1st down and 10 from the plus 39. They're going to go back to Haywood, going outside, but he's met pretty quickly. Only a gain of 2. The Georgia Bulldogs have done a really good job of limiting Zion Haywood. I'd say nobody else has done as good of a job this year as they have today. So 2nd down and 8. Jackson in the pocket, gets rid of it. That's going to be caught by Lane Gilmore, and that's a big gain. Down to the 10-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10. Looks like they're not going to call it 1st and goal, but a big pickup there for Gilmore as the Dons are closing in on another score. It is officially 1st and 10. They could get a 1st down way inside the 1-yard line. But the first play of the 1st and 10 does not go well at all. It's a 4-yard loss. It's going to be 2nd and 14, way back at the 14-yard line. Again, Jackson changing the play at the line. They send both linebackers. Jackson getting out of the pocket. Takes a shot, but it's thrown at the feet of C.J. Major, incomplete. And it's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and 14. Essentially 3rd and goal, though they could get a 1st down well inside the 1. Jackson to throw, some more pressure being sent. Jackson steps up, he's going to take off, fighting forward, and he is in. Touchdown, Dons. What a play by Jackson, a gutsy run there by Taven Jackson as he was hit a yard or 2 shy of the goal line, but just kept fighting, got across, and Don Bosco is back on the board, leading 22-3, and up 19. You would think they'll likely go for 2 here. What a play. Little peek behind the curtain. I accidentally chose a play without even seeing what it was. But Zion Haywood comes in motion. Jackson holding on to it for too long, and it's intercepted. 2-point conversion try is no good. Major on the tackle. Another peek behind the curtain. Meant to throw that, hit the button, but apparently it didn't register, and then it was too late. So whoops on that. But nonetheless, it's still a 22-3 advantage for Don Bosco. Here with just over 15 minutes to play in the game. Georgia in big trouble. They're going to need a response pretty quickly here to try to get some points on the board. The Bulldogs, 1st and 10 from their own 25. Stockton gives to Robinson, who gets a good block. What a block there by the lineman. Breaks a tackle. Good pickup there. Ray Stokes finally brought him down. But that's a big-time pickup for the Bulldogs as they have 1st and 10 from their own 41. Stockton calling out the signals to the line. Sends the tight end in motion. And that's going to be a quick pass out to the receiver. A tackle is missed. Finally, Danny Powers and Kylan Waters combine on the stop. Nitro Tuggle, the receiver there. It's a good pickup. Gain of 8 makes it 2nd and 2 from the 50. Stockton under center. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Huge hole there as that's another 1st down. Gain of 10. Shaq Strong finally made the stop. Roderick Robinson, the ball carrier there. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Stockton again with the handoff. They're going to the running game a ton here, but that's not going anywhere as Jamron Weston steps up and makes the tackle. So no gain on 1st down brings up 2nd and 10, and the clock continues to roll. 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Stockton a screen pass, but a lot of pressure. He overthrew it. And two straight no gain plays makes it 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 from the 40. Don Bosco trying to get off the field here. Georgia trying to stay alive. Stockton going end zone, wide open, completely unguarded. And for the first time today, Georgia has a touchdown. Complete defensive miscue there. And let's take a look at the instant replay to see what happened. So it was zone coverage. David Batista went with that first receiver, and Shaq Strong was just too far over to get there at all. So just some miscommunication there, it would appear, but nonetheless, it is a Georgia touchdown, extra point up and good. So with 2:49 to play in the third quarter, Don Bosco leads Georgia, but just 22-10 now after a touchdown for the Bulldogs. We'll see if the Don Bosco offense can respond. That kick goes into the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and the Dons will start at the 25. The Georgia defense has been very good today against the run. You can see they're pressing. They're sending a bunch of guys up to the line of scrimmage, and they're stacking the box pretty heavily. Jackson's going to throw here on 1st and 10. Hit as he throws. That's going to be batted down, incomplete. Looking for Michael Hilton. Maybe had a bit of a step, but pretty well covered, and just the pressure did not allow him to get off a good ball. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Handoff to Zion Haywood. Not a ton of blocking there as he tried to follow his lead blocker, but there were just too many red shirts. And it's going to be 3rd down, 3rd and 7. Jackson adjusting the play. Looks like he's telling his receivers different routes to run. 3rd and 7 from their own 28. Need the 35 to move the chains. Haywood comes in motion. Jackson to throw. A linebacker is blitzing. Gets rid of it. It is going to be incomplete. Ball knocked loose and batted out of the hands of C.J. Major. And Don Bosco is going to have to punt. So Georgia will get the football back. Emmett Ness sends that one away. Fair catch is called for, and the Bulldogs will start from their own 38. So a good defensive possession there by Georgia as they look to get back into this thing, trailing 22-10 now. A touchdown here could get them back within a single possession. It's a quick screen pass out to the receiver. Swing route is batted down, or the tackle made, I should say, by Marcus Kilgo right away. Good play there by Kilgo, as it'll be 2nd and 12 back at their own 36-yard line. Loss of 2 on 1st down. It's a play-action pass. That's trouble, and Carson Patterson gets home for the sack. Carson Patterson, the big nose guard, got in there and made the stop. And now it's going to be 3rd and forever. 3rd and 18 for the Bulldogs from their own 30-yard line. They need to get nearly to midfield to move the chains. Stockton dropping back to throw. Gets out of the pocket. Pass is complete, but way short of the sticks. Gain of 10, but they needed 18. It's going to be 4th down, and Don Bosco's going to get the football back. Jerron Sunday back deep to return for the Dons. Sunday's going to get underneath of it, and he will call for a fair catch at the 18-yard line. It looks like time for just one more play here in the third quarter. Heavy formation here with the fullback Gaskins in there. Handoff goes to Haywood, who has a decent gain of 4, and that will do it for the third quarter of play. We are 1 quarter away from crowning a national champion here at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, and Don Bosco leads 22-10. There you see the stats. Don Bosco nearly doubling up Georgia in the rushing yards, but still way below their normal total. They typically run for more yards than they pass for a lot of the time. The pass game has been working well today. So 2nd and 6, and there's a nice tackle made by that Georgia defensive front. They're just sending a ton of pressure. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. 3rd and 6 for Don Bosco from their own 22. A first down here would be huge because right now the name of the game is possess the ball, chew clock, and try to score if you can. Jackson looking to throw. Gets out of the pocket, gets rid of it, but he's hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Looked like Hilton came open, but it was too little too late as the pass falls incomplete. Emmett Ness is going to come back into punt. Not a great punt. Ness is not a great punter, and that's going to be fielded at the 44. So that's where Georgia will start, 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. We're 9-18 away from crowning a national champion. If Georgia wants it to be them, they're going to need to score quickly, and that pass is complete. Little gain there up to midfield, gain of 6. Lawson Lucky, the tight end on the reception. And it's going to be 2nd and 4 from the 50. Stockton in the gun, has Robinson to his left. He's going to look to throw. Gets rid of it across the middle. It's caught. Ray Stokes jumped in to make the stop. Sokovie White, the receiver there. That moves the chains, 1st and 10 into Bosco territory at the 43. Stockton, handoff to Robinson. Plenty of blocking. 2 Don Bosco linebackers were thrown off their feet violently. Good blocking downfield by Georgia. That Georgia offensive line is no joke. 2nd and 2 now as Stockton looks to make a play. Give is to Robinson again. He's going to be taken down. Originally, it looked like short of the line to gain, but looked like Stockton came in from behind there and pushed him across the line. By the way, Jamron Weston banged up pretty badly on that play, but it's the national final. Nobody's going to leave the game unless they absolutely have to. 1st and 10 from the 31, but the clock keeps rolling. Marcus Kilgo is right there, but he couldn't make the play, and it's nearly a first down there for Stockton on the QB keep. Ends up being a gain of 9 as Kilgo is right there but didn't quite make the play. So 2nd and 1 down to the 22, well into Don Bosco territory at this point. Don's trying to make the stop. Little swing pass is complete, but Danny Powers makes the stop right away. And it's going to be 3rd and a yard. 3rd down and 1 yard to go here from the 22-yard line. Georgia trying to keep the drive alive here as Stockton's going to throw. Pass is caught, and that will be a first down. Excuse me, drive stays alive. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 17. Stockton in the gun, all by himself, looking to throw. That will be complete, and that's going to be 1st and goal. David Batista made the stop, and not before Tuggle had a big gain up to the 6-yard line. And the Bulldogs threatening to make it a one-score game, but the clock continues to run. It's a handoff there to Robinson, but Jamron Weston, playing through some pain, steps up and makes a tackle after a gain of 2. 2nd and goal for the Bulldogs from the 4-yard line. Stockton, give to Robinson again, the other Robinson. That's going to be a gain of 2. And here comes 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line, and the Bulldogs are going to go into the hurry-up offense. Less than 4 minutes to play in the game. Stockton looking to throw. Getting out of the pocket, pressure's there. It's intercepted by Kylan Waters. It's intercepted, and that could do it. Kylan Waters stops the scoring opportunity. Don Bosco gets the football back, up 2 scores. Absolutely huge play there by Waters. Picks it off in the end zone. The Dons start at the 20, and they're just a couple first downs away from taking a knee and winning the national title. They're going to chew clock here, certainly. They won't snap the ball until the very end of the play clock here the rest of the way. So 5-yard gain there by Haywood, 2nd and 5 coming up. And what a story Haywood has been. His 3rd year with this Bosco program as they go to him here on 2nd down. And that will be a first down. Huge run there for Haywood. Of course, in just his 2nd game under Coach Warrington at Don Bosco, tore his pectoral off the bone, missed the rest of the season, and in fact missed much of last season as well. Came back, was huge in last year's run to the national championship game, but came up a step short. This year he has been one of the very best players in college football, the runner-up for the Heisman Trophy, and now he's about a first down away from winning his team a national title. Georgia's going to have to start using their timeouts here. 2nd and 7, they go back to Haywood. Nice little pickup. It's going to be 3rd and 3, and Georgia uses their first timeout. 3rd down and 3 yards to go. If Don Bosco can pick this up, this thing is, for all intents and purposes, over. Good blockings there. He's got it and then some as he's taken down at the 50. Georgia down to just 1 timeout. And for anybody who knows much about numbers, they're spelling disaster for the Bulldogs right now. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line for Don Bosco. Give to Haywood. He's met in the backfield, loss of 3, and Georgia is out of timeouts. Georgia cannot stop the clock. Technically, Don Bosco can't quite kneel it. They're a matter of seconds away from that. So they will run another play here, but they can chew that clock a ton. Good pickup here by Haywood. Lowers the shoulder. He's a yard, and they will give him the first down. They give him the first down, and that's going to do it. Don Bosco can take a knee. Jackson triumphantly hits a knee, and that's going to do it. The Don Bosco Dons are national champions. In year 3 of the dynasty, Don Bosco, after coming up a step short last year, has reached the mountaintop, and the Dons are bringing the national title trophy to Gilbertville. Taven Jackson, Zion Haywood, and the rest of the crew has done it. My Don Bosco Dons have won the big one here in year 3. There's Coach Warrington hoisting that trophy triumphantly as Don Bosco is your national champion. What an accomplishment over the historically great Georgia Bulldogs squad. It wasn't a perfect game for the Dons by any means, but they get it done. And there is your MVP. Taven Jackson passes for 213 yards and a touchdown. He rushes for another. There's that huge opening touchdown by C.J. Major. that really set the tone for this game. Of course, there's the touchdown that got the Bulldogs back into it. But Don Bosco gets it done, and those are some happy faces right there. What an incredible accomplishment for the boys. And let's go over the stats. Jackson, 11 of 20 for 213 and a touchdown. Haywood was held pretty well in check, but got the first downs when he needed them. Ran for 85 yards. Jackson had that big rushing touchdown. Haywood caught for 31 yards. Hilton was big for 73 yards. Lane Gilmore was good, 2 catches for 57. Kenyon Wesley, 2 catches for 12 yards. And, of course, C.J. Major, that 40-yard touchdown reception. Leading tacklers today for Don Bosco, Jamron Weston and Danny Powers were both big. They had 8. Tackles for loss, Marcus Kilgo was phenomenal with 3. Mays, Patterson, and Weston all had 1. Kilgo had another 2 sacks on back-to-back plays. Patterson, Mays, and Weston all with 1. Kylan Waters, of course, sealed the deal with that interception in the end zone. He also had the only pass deflection of the day. So a great job by that Don Bosco defense holding Georgia in check. Kelly was 3 of 3 on field goals, including a 54-yarder. He was excellent. Emmett Ness punted twice, averaged 34 per kick. Sunday did not return any kicks. He did return 1 punt for 2 yards. For Georgia, Gunnar Stockton was 18 of 23 for 168 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. The 2 Robinsons were held fairly well in check on the ground. Roderick was 8 for 27. Branson 3 for 22 yards for Georgia. In the receiving game, White had 4 catches for 62 yards and that big touchdown. Robinson 4 catches for 18 yards. Nitro Tuggle 3 for 28 yards. Lucky had 3 catches for just 6 yards. Humphreys 2 catches for 7 yards. And Robinson had a big 40-yard gain, 2 catches for 47 yards for him. Their leading tackler was Chris Cole. He had 8. Christian Miller had 3 tackles for loss. McLeod and Hall both had 2. Bowles, Pope, Humphrey, and Allen all with 1 tackle for loss. No sacks today, no interceptions for the Bulldogs, several pass deflections. Harris with 2. Pelshak, Miller, Cole, and Humphrey all had 1. Did not force any fumbles, no block safeties or defensive touchdowns today for Georgia. In the kicking game, Peyton Woodring was 1 of 2 from 45 yards. He missed from 60, also made his extra point. Paul Stepnoski punted 3 times for an average of 40 with 1 inside the 20. They did not return any kicks, nor did they return any punts. Looking at the scoring summary, Kelly hit that 30-yard field goal in the first quarter before Major caught a 40-yarder from Jackson to make it 10-0, and another Kelly field goal made it 13-0. They traded field goals at the half to make it 16-3 at the break. Third quarter, Jackson with that huge 14-yard run to make it 22-3. And, of course, that 40-yarder from Stockton to White, but that was too little too late. As here is a final look at the bracket. As Don Bosco goes from a 7 seed to the national title. They beat UCF in the first round in Gilbertville. They pull the huge upset over Starmont. Of course, I have to admit, a big asterisk there with the game crashing and us having to restart. But nonetheless, a 35-34 win over the Stars. In the Rose Bowl, they crush Auburn 33-3, and they get it done in the national championship. Don Bosco, your national champion, with a 22-10 win over Georgia. And that is going to do it for year 3 of the Iowa Conference Series, but of course, year 1 here on the YouTube channel. And before I wrap up the end of season 1 here, I do just want to say a very genuine thank you to anyone who tuned into one or any of the videos. It was just something I started doing out of fun. If nobody watched it except for me and the 3 buddies that I do this with, that would have been completely expected. But the fact that I've had a couple hundred people watch some of these videos is honestly really cool to me, and I really appreciate all the comments that some people have left and people seeming to enjoy these videos. So even if it's only 5 people watching it, this is just something I really enjoy doing, and the fact that there are a few people out there that like watching these is honestly really cool to me. So thank you to everyone who decided to watch any of the videos this season. And luckily enough for me, I'm the one who ended up winning the whole thing. Here, I'm the one who makes these videos, and of course, with video being provided to me by the 3 guys that do this with me, Starmont, Cedar Falls, and Waverly Shell Rock, of course, the 3 other teams. So that's going to do it for year 1. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. And, of course, the Don Bosco Dons hoisting the trophy as your national champions. We'll see you back here for year 4, year 2 here on YouTube, here in the Iowa Conference YouTube series. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.